Pranam. My name is Ritika Anand, sannyas name Ma Prem Jaya, and today I'm here to share with you the benefits, the technique and the beauty of dynamic meditation. Osho Dynamic Meditation. Osho was a unified being, an enlightened mystic, and also is my guru along with a guru to millions of people across this planet. Osho has contributed to this world some phenomenal active and passive meditations that can transform the entire experience of life within the human body system, which includes mind, body, and soul. All the meditations and therapies that Osho has contributed to this world, dynamic meditation happens to be one of the most transformative meditations. It is more active, less passive, and like all of his meditations and therapies, they are music-led. Osho believed very strongly in the power of music as a form of meditation. So now coming to dynamic meditation. Dynamic meditation, known as the king of meditation, is a meditation that is done early in the morning on an empty stomach preferably, and is practiced to activate the masculine energy, which is what we as human beings need first thing in the morning, right? When we are getting ready for work, when we are, activating our system for a new day to get recharged, we look for something active, divided into 5 different sections. The first stage is the circuit version of the Bhastrika Pranayam, the yoga-based Bhastrika Pranayam. In my own personal experience and on my own journey with healing various different sort of breath-related and lung-related issues, I have found the Bhastrika Pranayam and other forms of pranayams to be a lot more helpful than actual yoga asanas. And so, the circuit version of the Bhastrika Pranayam, the first stage, which lasts for 10 minutes, is very good for sort of releasing the toxicity that is stuck within the lungs. It's very good for smokers. If you're a smoker, then this first stage of the dynamic meditation actually opens your lungs up for bigger breaths, deeper breaths, and a more sort of relaxed nervous system. Even for those who suffer from acute anxiety or stress, this is the stage that actually throws all of the stress out of your physical body, gets the energies moving in your physical body, and uses breath work, vigorous breath work, to throw the toxins out of your physical body. When the music changes, the second stage of the dynamic meditation begins. The second stage of dynamic meditation is a 10-minute process of vigorous catharsis. It is emotional release. After we have worked through the physical body, we move the consciousness and our practice from the physical body into our emotional body, connecting the physical body with our emotional body. In the second stage of the dynamic meditation, we are encouraged to scream, to shout, to cry, to laugh, to release whatever emotions have come up to the surface, or we are feeling it inside of our system after the practice of the first stage. So in the second stage, sometimes we do find after much practice that there are no tears, there are no, there is no pain, there is no laughter, there is no real emotion that is showing up. In that case, personally for me, on my practice journey, I have found in the moments when the second stage does not bring up any emotions, it's usually because the emotions are suppressed. They are stuck, they are suppressed, and it is suppressed emotions that basically manifest as physical illnesses in our body, whether it is blood pressure, whether it is heart-related conditions, mental health conditions, or autoimmune diseases. All of us suffer from something or the other. And this is the second stage that becomes extremely, extremely healing and also prepares us for a light day ahead. You know, and to meet all that comes to us from the world with intention, yes, but more importantly, with a grounded mind, right? And a grounded, open heart after it has thrown out all its emotions. So what happens when the emotions are not coming up and they're suppressed? What do we do then? How do we throw those the suppressed emotions out? Then we use a form called gibberish. I have learned from Osho and his consciousness that there was a saint called Gabbar whose only practice was gibberish. It was gibberish. So this is a practice that is actually really good for all actors as well, right? So that we can create a sort of, we as actors, before we go into a scene, we need to create like emotional cleanliness so that our emotions can be thrown out and we can actually create inside of us the emotions of another character that we are taking on. The third stage of dynamic meditation is actually a shortened form of a very beautiful Tibetan mantra. When the music changes yet again, a third stage of dynamic meditation based on this Tibetan mantra begins, and it lasts for 10 minutes again. This Tibetan mantra is Om Mani Padme Hum, which translated actually means silence is the diamond that sits inside the lotus. So what is the lotus? If we were to go back into the philosophy of what the lotus is, a lotus is a very beautiful flower that represents enlightenment with its multiple folds. Lotus essentially grows out of the muck, out of still waters, which attracts sort of stillness, right? But at the same time, stagnation as well. Still waters is a sign of stagnation. So from stagnated roots, it uplifts people. I can call it people, but basically it represents consciousness, which flowers most beautifully in human beings, right? So it is consciousness that rises up from the muck, from the structures of the society that keep us suppressed. After the suppression of the second stage, the release of the suppression of the second stage, we move into a third stage where we extend our hand to the divine existence around us. Unless we extend our hand, existence will not come and hold it. So we extend our hand in the third stage of dynamic meditation as a form of receiving union consciousness, opening ourselves up to union consciousness with existence itself. The shortened version of the mantra is Hu, and it needs to come from the stomach. It needs to come from the stomach. And every time we touch down on the ground, we jump and we say Hu, 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 Hu. It is coming from the stomach and we are jumping up and down. What is important to remember here is that the push of the who has to be upward, which is what activates the Kundalini energy, which is consciousness, to rise. So in order to push it upwards, the push will be stronger when we jump down on the ground. When our foot touches the ground, the push is going to be stronger. So our core, in the first stage, the Bhastrika Pranayam, we are using our core. The second stage, we're using our core. And in the third stage as well, we are using the core energy that we have built over first and second stage to push the Kundalini energy upwards. And this pushing of the Kundalini energy upwards happens best. The push is best when the foot touches downward on the floor. So as soon as it touches down, the who happens. And this is a stage where we connect in union consciousness with divine existence itself, moving after vigorous practice into a stage of silence. Right at the end of this third stage, we hear a stop. And just like we were kids and we used to play, Simon says, statue, it's exactly that. We go into a statue position in whichever form we are. After half an hour of 3 stages of vigorous catharsis and vigorous activity, the mind and body fall naturally into a state of silence and meditation. This stage lasts for 15 minutes. In silence, there is no sound. And when the sound finally starts to come alive again, in the 5th and last stage of dynamic meditation, all we do is express our gratitude in alignment with existence itself by moving the body to the music that flows. In all of our meditations, in all of Osho's meditations, it is encouraged to let the music lead and the meditation to follow. The music to lead and the body to follow. The body follows the music. And this is because this breaks the pattern that we as human beings find ourselves in the digital age today. That is what I have found through the practice, because the digital age has made us all very performative and taken us away from our true face, our real selves, and has not allowed us to live and express in wholeness and completeness. This last stage of dynamic meditation, where the music leads and the body follows, breaks us out of our pattern of performance and allows us to move into a flow state, that music leads, that where we allow ourself and our consciousness to drop out of this sense of needing to control and into a space of gratitude and faith and movement in alignment with oneness. So with this, I invite you through the We Women Foundation and through Miracle Rhythms to experience dynamic meditation and to encourage others to practice it as well, in case it has made a difference in your life. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again with another meditation and its technicals. Thank you.